So in the evolution of fishing, we have made it a long way. You know, we started with simple dip nets, then we had cast nets, then we had cane poles with night crawlers, then we had hard baits and soft plastics, then we had black and white fish finders that showed what was underneath the boat, then we had color fish finders, then we had fish finders that showed a 360-degree view around the boat, then we had fish finders that showed directly in front of you in live action. And now we have apps and algorithms that help you keep track of how weather and water affect your catch rate, all with a tap of a button. So that leads us to this moment, asking the question, has fishing technology gone too far? My answer, heck no. Well, how's it going, everybody, and welcome back to Tyler's Real Fishing. On this channel, I make it my goal to help you guys become better bass anglers and, of course, catch more fish. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and let's jump into the content. Now, before we talk about all different types of fishing technologies and discuss whether or not they've gone too far, I feel like I have to discuss the two main types of anglers that are out there. And so throughout this video, I'm going to be using the notes on my phone, and so I apologize if I'm looking at my phone. It's because I want to make sure I'm conveying everything that I wrote down verbatim. And so the first type of angler I'm going to call an originalist angler. An originalist angler, they fish because they find it to be a relaxing hobby, and they prefer to catch their fish with as little assistance as possible. So anything that bites is considered a good time, and a bad day of fishing is better than a good day of work. That's the type of angler that I'm talking about being an originalist type of angler. And at least in my experience, they fight against technological advances in fishing. The second group of anglers is what I'm going to call new age anglers. So new age anglers fish because they find the chase of the catch exciting and challenging, and they often dive deeper into the fishing community and the tournament culture than the originalist angler does. New age anglers generally embrace technology in fishing and want it to advance, and mostly could care less about catching non-bass species. Now, of course, there's nothing wrong with either side of the fishing spectrum. I don't care if you're originalist or you're new age, you are welcome here on this channel, but just out of pure transparency, I think that I fit more into that second category, the new age angler. So in this video, I'm going to dive into the three pieces of fishing technology that I find myself using on a daily basis every time I head out on the water, and hopefully this video encourages you guys to give them a try. The first piece of fishing technology that I'm going to talk about is going to be ANGLR, the ANGLR platform, the ANGLR system, and that is this white thing on my hat right here, this button. You guys have asked me in the comment section for about a year or two now what this thing is that I have on my hat that I click every time that I catch a fish, or I guess in certain scenarios, I will click it when I catch a fish. And this is the ANGLR Bullseye. It is part of the ANGLR app and ANGLR web platform as a whole. So you're probably wondering what happens when I press this button right here and I click the bullseye. When you press the button on this bullseye, a few things happen at once. First, it marks a catch via Bluetooth to your phone, which places that catch on a map. At the second that catch is marked, every single piece of weather and water data is associated with that catch. So the wind, barometric pressure, cloud cover, water level, and current data are all associated with that catch that you marked on your ANGLR Bullseye. And of course, it connects via Bluetooth to your phone and puts that catch on a map. Double clicking the bullseye adds a waypoint to your map, and pressing and holding for 3 seconds marks a change in tackle. When you get done with your day of fishing, you can end the trip. It is saved to your phone on the ANGLR app, and of course that day is saved forever in your virtual fishing logbook, private, so that nobody else can see your fish catching locations. The app also has tons more features, including challenges, premium articles and videos, and soon to be a community page. I utilize the ANGLR platform a ton in my fishing adventures around the country, especially when I'm fishing new bodies of water or when I'm fishing a pre-fishing tournament situation. So when I'm traveling around the country, I hardly ever mark waypoints on my fishing electronics. I don't know, I haven't really made a habit of that, but what I have made a habit of doing is clicking the bullseye to mark my catches. And what that does, like I mentioned, it saves those catches to my phone. That way, anytime I am on that body of water in the future, oftentimes when I'm not even in my own boat, I'm in somebody else's boat, I have all of my waypoints saved to my phone at the exact times I caught them, with the exact lure I caught them, in the exact weather, because a year, 2, 3 years later, you're not gonna remember via a waypoint on your fishing electronics index on your fish finder what the weather data was like on that day, the Angler Bullseye saves all of that valuable information every single time you mark a catch. The data that the Angler system collects definitely has helped me catch a lot more fish as I travel and fish around the country. And so of course, with all this fishing technology, I will have links and discount codes for you guys to check out the products down below. And so moving on to fishing technology number 2, another one that helps me catch more fish is the app called BassForecast. BassForecast is a mobile app that in concept seems pretty simple, but there are some intense back-end algorithms that make this app very, very special and incredibly useful and helpful to you no matter where you are in your bass fishing journey. BassForecast takes the accurate weather data from your area and spits out useful bass fishing tips like where to fish, what time of the day to fish, how fast or slow to fish, what lures to fish. And I know it sounds crazy, but it works. So if you're wondering how the heck does an algorithm tell you where to fish and what lures to throw, let me give you guys a little bit of backstory on where BassForecast came from and why I have such supreme confidence in the algorithm itself. So BassForecast was created by a guy named Mike Melman. Mike is a good friend of mine. I've gotten to know him really well, and he is an absolute numbers guru. Mike loves understanding how conditions of various kinds affect bass catch rate, and he is also an avid note taker when it comes to his fishing days. So one day Mike decided he wanted to write a code that could take weather data and to accurately predict fish behavior and activity. And so he enlisted the help of fishing guides across Texas to keep track of their fish catch rates with them and their clients, with the exact weather for that day and the lures and locations they had success with. So he had tons of data come in, and from that, he wrote the BassForecast algorithm. Since then, BassForecast has enlisted the help of myself and MLF Pro Alton Jones Jr., and we are very, very proud of what we've built and the help that we've been able to give to Mike and his team to make the algorithm even more accurate and beneficial. We're even about to add a drop-down menu to allow people to more finely tune their algorithm for things like water temperature, water color, and available fishing cover, which I know will continue to make the platform even more accurate. I check BassForecast every single day I head on the water, and I cannot tell you guys, and I don't lie to you guys. This is me telling you guys to the camera, I'm being serious about this piece of fishing technology. It has saved my butt on several occasions because I go out there, I have these preconceived notions of, oh, I caught them this way last time, the weather looks about the same, I know how I can catch them, and I'm struggling. So I pick up the BassForecast app, I try out some of the lure recommendations, and I have a much better day. And with BassForecast premium version, which is $10 a year, which is dumb cheap. You can even see the fishing rating from a scale of 1 to 10 up to 10 days in advance. And so if you don't have unlimited fishing time, you have to kind of pick and choose your fishing days. You want to pick days that are higher ranked based on the weather data that's coming up for your area. And so if you have the chance to fish an 8 ranked day over a 3.7 ranked day, that's where BassForecast definitely comes in handy. And I'll say it again, I never am going to lie to you guys about fishing things that I use, whether it's rods, reels, lures, or fishing technology, as this video is all about. I love BassForecast. I have found it incredibly useful, and I think you guys will as well. So check out the link below. You guys can get, I think it's a 3-month free trial of premium, and if you sign up for that, you get a $10 Tackle Warehouse gift card. And so you're getting premium and a gift card. What's to lose? And the third and final piece of fishing technology that I'm going to talk about is going to be the ConnectScale. If you guys have been around the channel for a long time, you know that I've been partnered with ConnectScale for, I believe it's going on 4 or 5 years at this point. I've been with them the whole time. Basically, they've been a company since version 1 of the scale all the way till version 3 or 4, whatever this is. But I have supreme confidence not only in the ability of this to weigh my fish accurately and consistently, but the ConnectScale mobile app and platform also has a lot of cool features that I think can help you guys not only catch more fish, but have a better time catching fish. So the main thing that I use the ConnectScale for is, of course, to keep track of my 5 fish limit. So if I'm fishing a tournament situation or just a challenge against my buddies, or keeping track of best 5 fish for myself, like I did on my 100 dock fishing challenge, I will start a culling day on the ConnectScale app, and the app will be able to tell me every single time through the Bluetooth connection which fish I need to keep and which fish I need to cull out and release back into the water when I catch a bigger one. But one awesome thing that is not necessarily, I guess, fishing technology, it is just a way that we can use the internet and our phones to compete against one another, is through ConnectScale's Connect Fishing League. It is at least in my experience, one of the best run online tournament trails out there, and it's one of the coolest ways to compete against other people in an online digital format. So there's always been tons of apps out there that can, allow you to compete against others, but I think the Connect Fishing League, platform on the ConnectScale app is definitely the most fluid and easy to compete in. And through the ConnectScale platform, you can also challenge your buddies to fishing tournaments, in your local area, not necessarily just fish nationwide tournaments. But you guys might have seen I have a tournament series that I like to call Tourney Season. Not only is that the video series here on the channel, that is also the tournaments that I host online through the ConnectScale app. And so if you guys have not checked those out, we had an awesome turnout for the first 2 events, with the second event having an awesome payout of $250 to first place, $149 to second place, and $96 to third place. So if you want to fish an online tournament and win some money, some cash money, make sure you guys download the ConnectScale app and check out Tourney Season. This video doesn't even begin to cover a lot of the rest of the fishing technology that I use, from the trolling motor that has GPS spot lock to my fish finders that can see fish not only on the sides of me but can also see in front of me in live view. I have some awesome fishing technology that I could continue to talk about, but that is just the top 3 that I wanted to discuss that I have not made actual videos on, so I felt like it was time to make a proper video on those 3. Hopefully this was not information overload, but I felt like it was necessary to help you guys catch more fish, to show you exactly what I use to do that. So if you guys are not subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button. My name is Tyler Anderson, and of course, I make it my goal to help you guys become better bass anglers, and usually we don't just sit down and talk about it, we actually get up and catch more fish. So we'll see y'all next time with some fish catching action, which I'm about to get going on. We'll see y'all next time.